Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here with the I in Team series, and today we're going to talk about managing or dealing with disruptions, or really the distractions that happen throughout our day. And distractions are something or anything that really interrupts any focus that you might have. For some people, like, myself, who either have full-on ADD or technology-induced ADD or just a little bit of ADD. We get distracted easily by shiny things. And by shiny things, I mean things that go on around us. I'll give you an example today. Renee went to take the recycling out this morning, and it was pretty funny because as she left and went downstairs, it's about a 30-second walk to go to the recycle bin. 10 minutes later, she came back. And it's funny because she's in her PJs. And of course, I already knew what happened. As she was walking to the recycle bin, she saw a weed growing someplace on her path to the recycle bin, and she decided to pull that weed. And then she saw another and another and another. And it distracted her so much that she didn't even realize until, it caught up to her that it was 32 degrees outside and she was in her pajamas. Distraction has a way of doing that. Distraction has a way of putting and giving us blind focus, and where we can pivot and not even realize that the pivot has distracted us. And it can really later on catch up to us as we look back at a moment, look back at a day, look back at projects we hoped to complete, maybe a task list that we started with. Doesn't matter what it is, we realize that distraction has turned us into people who don't get done what we intend to get done. And these things happen all day long. I don't care if you're at work and people walk in and out of your office, your phone rings, your email chimes, your Apple Watch goes off and vibrates your wrist. Managing disruption or distraction is one of the most powerful tools that we can give to you. And to do that and to be effective at it, you need to slow down. And we preach slowing down all the time. In fact, the sloth is our company's spirit animal because it moves so slow and so literally. And it's important that we slow down and set ourselves up for distraction. And the first part about managing distraction is acknowledging that distraction is going to happen, but looking at the distractions, slowing down enough to define them. What are they? Are they the people that come through the door in your office? Is it your phone? Is it your Apple Watch? Is it your email system? And then thinking about those distractions and how they occur and when they occur, and then making a plan and then putting that plan into reality. In other words, if while you're working on a document, you don't want to be distracted by your telephone, put it on Do Not Disturb. If you don't want people to come through your door, shut your door. If you don't want your email to go off and distract you, shut it off or turn off the notifications. Set timers if you need to follow up. Use that technology. Use technology that is in and around you to set timers. So if you need to check your email every 30 minutes because you feel like it's important that you respond to people in a timely way, and 30 minutes is timely, folks. There's very few things in our life that require immediate response. People who demand immediate response are more focused on themselves and their issues and don't really care about the issues you're facing. So 30 minutes is enough. Even 45 minutes to an hour is enough for a lot of us, even longer. But set that timer if you feel it's important to you. For that distraction, allow that distraction to happen and allow that distraction to give you a task or a purpose. The distraction is check your email, check your phone, check your text messages, get up and walk around, check your voicemail. Those are healthy distractions. Those are distractions that can support our progress. They can support our performance. They can support our mental health, the way we feel. They can support our positive influence. They can allow us to look at things more clearly. They can allow us to have dedicated time to reading things instead of skimming it. And as we skim those text messages, or as we read a text message when we're having a conversation, we only get half the text message or half the conversation we might be having, or a part of the email we were reading during the distraction, or a part of a conversation or meeting that we were in when we allowed our phone to distract us or our email to distract us. Managing your distractions is a powerful tool in your toolbox as an individual, and it is one that will clearly define you differently than most people around you. People will notice when you start to slow down and you start to minimize those distractions. They will notice that you're not in your phone all the time, or that you're paying attention to them and giving them eye contact, that you are into that conversation or into that comfortable focus where you're focused on a task at hand and you're not allowing it. And the quality of your work will go up. Multitasking is unhealthy. It divides your attention and you don't give your best self to whatever you're doing, especially when you split whatever you're doing into different things. Each thing is getting a part of yourself, not your whole self. And to be your best self, it's really important to give your best self. That means giving that attention that it's due. And if you find yourself being an 80%er, 90%er, which is a topic we're going to talk about in the future, have you ever noticed how people only finish part of what they started? And it's like a lot of people. Those 80 and 90%ers usually have a distraction. They don't even realize they had a distraction until they look back and they see that there's still 10% to do on a lot of different things. Distraction causes that. So slow down, take charge of your time, take charge of your personal area of influence. Find ways to set healthy reminders to divert or distract you from a task purposefully to do other tasks, and be focused on those tasks individually, and allow that to help you be your best self, to be the best positive influence you can in your particular area of influence. Be remiss if I didn't remind you that we are coming up rapidly on the release of our third book, Responsible Influence, Build the I in Team. It's about how your influence is your biggest responsibility, what you hear us say here, and building your team is a huge responsibility. Learn how we do it and have done it for almost 3 decades. Listen to us here, follow us on social. We look forward to engaging with you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a good day.